On Tuesday, the 24th of September 2182, a space rock the size of the Empire State Building in New York might hit planet Earth. An asteroid called Bennu may collide with Earth in the 2100s, scientists say. But don't worry. You'll long be dead before that has any chance of happening. So will your children. Probably all of your grandchildren too. However, according to NASA, Bennu could hit Earth anytime between now and 2300. We don't know whom to believe, NASA with its estimate between now and 2300 or scientists with their shorter period, between now and 2200. In any case, the trajectory of Bennu is known precisely enough that the chances of collision are zero for the next century. But the crystal ball becomes fuzzier in 2135. In that year, Bennu may still miss Earth, but it will come pretty close to within 125,000 miles or about half the distance from the Earth to the Moon. The exact distance becomes crucial because Earth's gravity will slingshot Bennu as it passes. If it passes by at a particular distance at a certain time, what planetary scientists call a gravitational keyhole, then it will be sent on a trajectory that could indeed intersect with Earth about half a century later.
Create the life that you love. Get your personal life coach now. Call me or email me at michael@coachacademy.com. Get your life back on track with a personal mentor.
In 2135, Bennu may still not hit Earth, but it could be nudged onto a trajectory that collides with Earth about half a century later. The most worrisome day would be September 24, 2182. Bennu is about a third of a mile, or half a kilometer, wide. That is not nearly large enough to cause a planet-wide extinction, but it could inflict a sizable swath of devastation. By the rule of thumb, the crater size is going to be 10 to 20 times the size of the object. So a half-kilometer sized object is going to create a crater that's at least 5 kilometers in diameter, and it can be as much as 10 kilometers in diameter. But the area of devastation is going to be much broader than that, as much as 100 times the size of the crater. So an object Bennu's size impacting on the eastern seaboard states would pretty much devastate things up and down the coast. The weird thing about Bennu is that it appears to be laden with the types of carbon molecules that may have provided the building blocks of life on Earth. But a greater danger could come from asteroids not yet seen, says a report in the New York Times. The report said about 40% of the near-Earth asteroids the size of Bennu remain to be found.
How are you feeling? I can help. Get your personal life coach now. Call me or email me at michael@coachacademy.com. Get your life back on track with a dedicated personal mentor.
If an asteroid appeared likely to collide with Earth, humanity could try to deflect it into an orbit that misses the planet. NASA is to conduct an experiment using this technique with an asteroid called Didymos in 2022, sending the Double Asteroid Redirect Test spacecraft to nudge it off its orbit. The spacecraft is lined up to launch later in the year. The agency's OSIRIS spacecraft spent more than 2 years closely orbiting the Bennu space rock. And with that incredibly detailed view of the asteroid, experts studying potential space rock impacts with Earth have been able to fine-tune their existing models of Bennu's future. As a result, scientists behind new research now say they're confident that the asteroid's total impact probability through 2300 is just 1 in 1,750. According to NASA, estimates produced before OSIRIS arrived at the space rock tallied the cumulative probability of a Bennu impact between the years 2175 and 2199 at 1 in 2700. While a slightly higher risk than past estimates represents a minuscule change in an already minuscule risk. Technically speaking, it's a small increase in risk. However, despite the scientists' best efforts, predicting Bennu's course after 2135 is still tricky. In September of that year, Bennu will swing past Earth, not close enough that there's any risk of an impact, but certainly close enough that Earth's gravity could nudge the asteroid a bit on its path. How precisely that dance plays out will shape Bennu's trajectory over the next decades and centuries, with that remaining uncertainty, and other similar events potentially occurring in the future. The scientists now say that Bennu's total impact probability through 2300 is about 1 in 1,750.
The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Get your dedicated personal life coach now. Call me or email me at michael@coachacademy.com.
Within that time period, the most concerning date is September 24, 2182. Even on that day, Bennu's impact probability is only 1 in 2,700. Of course, Bennu isn't the only space rock that scientists worry about. Planetary Defense is dedicated to identifying all asteroids that could potentially impact Earth in a meaningful way. One aspect of that work is finding as many near-Earth asteroids as possible. Scientists have catalogued more than 26,000 to date, according to Scientific American August 12 issue. But to accurately identify which asteroids might actually pose a risk, scientists need to be able to calculate as accurately as possible where a space rock's trajectory will take it. For now, deadly viruses are more important and more concerning to us, but in the long run, there is hardly anything more important than asteroids. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please read the notes I've left you in the description below to learn more about my life coaching special offers and discounts. Hey, there's no better time for having your own personal mentor than these pandemic times. So, call me or email me at michael@coachacademy.com and let's have a chat. Be safe for now.